What's going on, world? It's Ask Flipgucci.
What you had wanted? Shit, let me get like 4 of them things, bro. Okay. Yeah, we can make it happen. I'll see you in a second. Alright.
Today we're gonna be talking about getting that radio sound coming out of your studio. Most people come to me and hit me up and ask me, "Hey Flip, how do I get my music to sound clear and crisp like yours does?" And they ask about equipment, they ask about speakers and all of that stuff and microphones, and it really, all of that is needed, but at the end of the day, it all starts with your room. If you can't hear what you're recording or what you're mixing, there's no way you're gonna be able to mix it properly. So I think that anybody who's looking for a better sound in their studio, if their room is not treated properly, they need to take the time and, invest a little bit of money and go get some RLX or something, from one of those other companies that do the acoustical treatment. There's so much stuff. Like you can see, I'm not even done setting up the studio yet, but I got the acoustic foam up. That's always the first thing I do before we even get into a studio, because the only difference between a studio and a room with equipment is the way that room sounds. So a lot of y'all might think y'all have a studio, but y'all are just running a room with equipment. So if y'all want to turn it into the studio, y'all are probably going to want to get some bass traps. Definitely want to get some bass traps, simply because in 90-degree angles of most rooms, you're going to get a buildup of bass. And what that's going to do is suck the bass out of your mix position, and you're not going to be able to hear it properly. So the end result of that is going to be that you get out to the car and your song is going to have too much bass, or sometimes, in rare instances, not enough bass. That's usually when your subwoofer is too loud. So once you get your bass trap settled, then you want to get at least minimum 2-inch foam. I see a lot of people going on Amazon, they're getting 1-inch foam, and it's not doing the job that they need done. You need 2-inch foam to absorb this power from these speakers. I'm not sure if 1-inch foam would work for your booth, but I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't recommend it. Just go 2-inch. All of the specs that I've read from RLX and all the other companies, they usually say 2 inches is about what you're going to need in foam as far as the density. And there's a mirror test that you can do. Just look up acoustic mirror test on Google and they'll show you. And basically the principle on that is light moves on the same ways that sound does. So if you use a mirror, you can actually predict where the sound will be bouncing off the walls just by looking at it. But it takes 2 people and a mirror. So this is Ask Flipgucci. We're gonna do it short today. We ain't gonna do too much. Shouts out to my boy Crazy Production on the camera.